Well, we begin with community news. The New York Psychotherapy and Counseling Center held a training session in the attempt to prevent gang violence as well as membership among Latin youth. Our Bronx Net reporter, Kibben Aline, has a story.
With a mission to prevent Latin youth from falling victim to gang culture, the New York Psychotherapy and Counseling Center held a training for school clinicians.
They're coming to build their skill base and understanding of how they can extend, evolve, change their prevention and intervention strategies with the youth and families they're working with.
We want to be able to build capacity for school social workers to decrease risks of joining gangs, but increase preventive factors.
According to NYPCC, gang members contribute to a large portion of overall violence in society, and young gang membership is prevalent in the U.S. Here in the Bronx, Latinos are amongst those who are most vulnerable.
A lot of our population are from the Hispanic and Latino population, our students. And it's always important from a mental health point of view to look at the cultural lens. Where the cultural background, how important the family is, and the values of the culture, so that mental health services are not just a cookie-cutter approach.
With challenges of language barriers and cultural differences, social and mental health professionals believe the school environment could determine who ends up in a gang.
School is the place where kids experience the most relationships, the most peer relationships, right? Where they begin to form the sense of who they are in the world, what they're capable of, and in particular, how other people see them. So there's so much that happens in that school environment that ultimately impacts how a child sees themselves and the opportunities that they have.
The training touched on societal issues like internalized racism and implicit bias. However, the ultimate goal of this session was to equip these social workers with the tools and resources needed to protect vulnerable youth. To learn more about this effort and the resources available, visit nypcc.org. Reporting for BronxNet, Kibben Aline.
And thank you, Kibben. We will stay on the community front. In other news, the Bronx Borough President's Office hosted a college fair at Lehman College. Our Bronx Net reporter, Kyrie Moody, has more details.
The office of the Bronx Borough President, Vanessa L. Gibson, hosts their first college fair at Lehman College. They had close to 500 community members RSVP for this event. Nellie Alvarez is a high school junior who will be the first in her family to attend college.
What inspired me was my parents, sacrificed so much for me and my siblings that I want to prove to everyone that you do not have to wait for someone else to tell you, hey, you can do this, that you could do it yourself.
This college fair provided so much information on financial aid, scholarships, and other necessary information for college students. Director of Admissions at Lehman College, Lori Austin, gives us insight of the fair.
The Bronx has so many wonderful colleges to offer undergrad programs, graduate programs, continuing education programs. There's such an array of majors and opportunities for people in the community that we just wanted to bring everyone together and bring the community in to see what we have to offer.
Deputy Bronx Borough President Janet Peguero joined the fair as a representative for education continuation here in the Bronx.
It's a college town, and many of the folks in our own borough don't know that we're one of the largest college towns in the city of New York. And what's important about this college fair? What's important is that we have Bronx-based institutions for our Bronx-based students. Many of our students, due to transit deserts or inequities, are unable to travel to Manhattan, to Brooklyn for college fairs, and so we're bringing it right here to the borough of the Bronx.
The Oyate Group has a scholarship program named after the late Brandon Hendricks, who was a student that lost his life due to gun violence.
Brandon Hendricks, he was actually a participant of mine back when I was the director of the community center, so I knew him personally. His life was cut short because of senseless gun violence. So in his honor, I launched the Brandon Hendricks Scholarship so we can continue to inspire the young people.
What a powerful and effective college fair. And for it to be the Bronx Borough President's first college fair, what a way to start. For BronxNet, this is Kyrie Moody.
Thank you, Kyrie. And that's all the time we have for our Bronx updates. We'll take a quick break. We'll have more open when we return.